Finally, back home. I've been dying for a pint at the pub ever since that day on the voyage. Made it back in one piece. At least we have that to be thankful for. Now, if we're lucky, Retainer Robin should be in there. Stormy, you're back from your trip. It's nice to see you again. It's almost been a month now, hasn't it? Oh, hey Robin. Yeah. I guess you haven't seen Waster and I for about 3 weeks now. And, Your Highness, I didn't expect to see you here. I honestly wasn't thinking a member of the royal family would come down and drink with the commoners. But still, it's nice to see you guys. You know, Your Highness, I think you're actually a lot like Waster. Neither of you seem to talk very often, kind of like the strong silent types. But, hey, I guess that just makes you both seem more mysterious. Yeah. Oh, Robin, can you order me a pint of cider? Already did. How did you... Some things you just learn after a few years. Oh, Waster, what will you be having? Sure, I'll be sure to order that too. Now then, Stormy, how was your guys' trip? Right, last few weeks... It's a bit of a long story. Where should I start? Take a look back. Once we get on this ship, we won't be touching kingdom soil for almost a month. But you used to be a trader, right? Ever taken a long voyage before? Oh, I see. Mostly land routes then. Then I presume you've never been to Gachigoku before, right? Yeah, prepare for a lot of waiting around. I remember my first voyage there. I was bored out of my mind. And a little seasick. But at least I have you here now. I'm sure we'll get real familiar. It's hard to sail with someone and not know them really well by the end of the trip. Still, I hope nothing bad happens along the way. But this should be an easy assignment. All we gotta do is escort some textile traders so they can seal the deal with their Gachigoku supplier. And if it means I'm partially responsible for the latest kingdom fashion trend, I'm open to the idea. Just stay on your toes. I hear there's been more pirates in these waters ever since His Majesty went on campaign. We should be fine though, so how about we get settled in? So, what was it like sleeping on the ship? It was alright, though the food was, day 5 and I'm already getting a little sick of sleeping in a hammock. And I feel a little dizzy whenever this ship starts to sway. Okay, we're only halfway there, but I think I can make it. Sailors, I don't really know how they can do it. But now that you're wearing that pendant, you probably have quite the affinity for large bodies of water. I'm guessing this trip probably doesn't make you feel so seasick at all. Water all around. You're in your element, right? Oh, the gentle rocking of the waves and everything, and, well, if I wasn't so easily seasick myself, I'd probably enjoy it. You hungry? A little. Good. Well, in that case, I made us a little board to eat. It's nothing fancy like back on the mainland, but it'll keep us fed enough to last these last few days. Yeah, don't worry about manners. It's all finger food anyway. Oh, could you use some of your water magic to fill my mug? Thanks. I can't wait to have some local food when we get there. One of my favorite dishes there is actually a deceptively simple one. Pieces of raw fish over a bowl of vinegared rice. And the way they cut the fish, honestly, it's almost a little bit like artistry. Then add just a tiny little bit of soy sauce and, oh, the flavor is so good. But until then, I guess we're stuck with dried biscuits, salted meat, and cheese. Not my most favorite, but it'll do. Well, since we're taking a little break, why don't we do some weapon maintenance? Yeah, I'll grab my bag, my sword, and my sword sash, and can you go grab your glaive? It's moist out here in the ocean, so it's probably good that we did this now. Wouldn't want our weapons to rest on us, right? How can we expect our blades to take care of us if we don't take care of them? Now, did you need the refresher or... Yeah, sure. First, let's just take a clean cloth and then wipe the whole blade down. Anything metal. Yeah, just like that. Now, let's take our oil rag, put a little bit of mineral oil on it, then apply a light coating to our blade. Yep, looks good. It's good not to put too much on, or else the excess might end up dripping onto the handle. And that, messes with the lacquer or the leather, whatever you have there. You don't have to, but it's pretty common practice to end up naming your weapon. Something that has personal meaning to either you or the way you fight. Nothing yet? I get it. It has been less than a month that you've had it. Oh, mine. Well, you know how I focus on drawing my weapon really, really fast? Yep. The last thing that a lot of people see is a flash of light. That's why I ended up naming the sword Komitsumaru, the little glint blade. And here's something a little fun to know. This sword actually wasn't made in Gachigoku. It was actually made within our own kingdom. After I trained under the Gachigoken swordmaster Ishin for a while, I kind of wanted to have a sword of my own to match the art that he taught me. So when I finally returned to the kingdom, I asked one of our blacksmiths to make a sword of the same shape, but with our smithing methods. Take a look along the edge. See how there's no wiggling hamon line? Yeah. Most swords from Gachigoku have a line there as part of their smithing process. As for mine, this sword was definitely not folded over 1,000 times. But it gets the job done. I like how it swings, and it's made 100% of good old kingdom steel. Still, the smith gave me kind of a hard time for such an odd request at that time. But, yeah, I hope that wasn't too much of a tangent. And, hopefully that might give you a little bit of inspiration if you ever want to name your weapon. You finished oiling your blade? Me too. I kind of want to go up on deck. I think I'm getting a little stir-crazy down here. There's not a whole lot of room to move around with the cargo and munitions stored here and whatnot. And by my estimates, I feel like we only have like an hour until a storm comes. Yeah, we should head up and enjoy the outside air while we still can. Though, can I ask you a little favor? Could you help me tie my sword sash? Why don't I have my usual leather belt? Well, for this trip, I figured it would be nice to switch back to the traditional fabric belt. The leather belt is nice, but I think if I walk around carrying a traditional sword like I'm from the kingdom, people might look at me funny. I suppose we're trying to keep a low profile once we get there anyway. Yeah, just tie it nice and tight in the back. Add a bow if you want to. Don't worry, snug is better. Yeah, just around the waist. All done? Thanks. You tied this one up real good. Shall we head up for a bit? Well, it looks like our merchants are doing just fine. Enjoying the view just like we are, I suppose. And I think I'm starting to feel a little better being up here on deck. At least I can keep my eye on the horizon. Judging by the sun, It looks like we got another 2 or 3 hours of sunlight left. That's when it gets real moody. So, what do you want to do once we're in Gachigoku? Yeah. That does sound nice. We can go together. Huh. Have we really been out here that long? Talking with you, it just felt like a short minute. We'd better ask our merchant friends to head below deck to stay dry. Did you hear that? That wasn't thunder. I'd know. And that was when the pirates attacked. Wait, you didn't tell me there were pirates. Yeah, there were pirates. Why didn't you tell me before? Well, if I did, you would have been too worried to listen to the rest of the story. Now, where was I? Oh, right. We got shot at, and then... I think we should duck now. That almost put a hole in our sails. Well, I was getting bored anyway. Just then, the pirate vessel started approaching our ship and firing volley after volley at our mast, probably looking to disable our sails and ransom us. So we sprung into action. I had Waster man the big cannon on deck and fire back, while I jumped around to deflect any shots aimed at our mast. Okay, not so far. Hey, Waster, how's that cannon going? Yeah, aim straight for their hull, because today, we're not looking to capture. Fire at will. Miss. It was down and to the left. Here comes the next volley. What kind of cannonballs are they shooting? I don't know how much longer I can keep this up. Okay, ready? Hit him. Nice hit. And is that their powder supply? That was when I felt the storm rising. I could just feel it in my blood, you know? I just knew a big bolt of lightning was coming. So, once Waster opened a clear shot to their gunpowder barrels, I jumped up, grabbed the javelin of lightning, and then it flew true. Nice work, Waster. I'm definitely telling Robin about this one over a pint of cider. And I think I need to lie down. The next few days were relatively tame after we dealt with the pirates. We got there, secured the deal, and since the merchants gave us a little extra tip to Waster and I for keeping them safe, we got to try out all the Gachigoku food we wanted. Chirashi sushi, ramen, tempura, mochi. Oh, yeah. You like the food there, right, Waster? I'm glad that was your favorite. So, yeah. Then we sailed back home. Not much happened after that. And that brings us to today. Which reminds me. Your Highness, Robin, Waster and I brought you guys a little something. Here. A few yards of imported Gachigoku fabric. This design is especially popular there right now. Hopefully it's the first of many to be imported into the kingdom. Still, you should feel special. This will probably be the only of its kind in the kingdom for like at least another month or two. Maybe you can have the tailor make you guys something nice? Matching outfits, maybe? Still, it's all yours. But, wow. Even telling that story made me feel a little tired. Your Highness? Waster? Looks like you guys are getting ready to turn in for the night, too. Still, I think we can go for one more round before we all head home. How does that sound? Hey there, it's Naomi. Thanks for listening to today's episode, guys. And I actually couldn't help myself, so I wrote a little snippet of a future episode of the anime series. Or the pendant series? I don't know what I should call it. Anyways, please look forward to the following clip. Waster? I don't like the look of this. That doesn't look like any normal Legionnaire. Hello. My name is Oro de la Castellana Fortaleza Cruz. You stand in my way. Prepare to die. Wait. Listen, can't we have proper introductions first? Let's start from the beginning. Fine. But only because your friend is cute, and you look skilled with the sword. My name is Oro de la Castellana Fortaleza Cruz. Though most people call me, please do not stab me. I surrender. I am a mercenary working under the Legion. And you two are... Stormy, of Ulfberg's Rotella. The person next to me is Waster, and this here is Komitsu Maru, a good friend of mine. And who are your friends? A long and a short toothpick? Oh, my friend, please do not insult the Rupere Idaga. It's a style very dear to my homeland, made for elegant duels and looking quite fashionable. Besides, 2 weapons means I have one for each of you. Now then, shall we dance?